Welcome back to Cooking with The Riz. Today we are going to make a big breakfast brunch dish. That's why we have lots of ingredients here today. Lots going on. It's going to be a little bit longer this video, but that's okay. And this here is to die for, let me tell you what. So what we're going to do, we're going to have some bacon here, which I'm going to put in the oven, and I'm going to put some maple syrup over the top. And that is so bloody beautiful, I'll tell you what. Then we're going to, I'm going to make some actual hash browns, homemade hash browns, which are very easy to make. I've got some Saganaki cheese here, which we're going to pan fry. Got some asparagus, which we're going to put in the oven with some beautiful truss tomatoes. Got some sausages there. Some mushrooms I'm going to do in some balsamic vinegar. And some sauteed spinach, eggs, as per normal, and I think that's all. So my oven is turned on already, so I just have that at 180. Okie dokie, so what we're going to do now is just peel our spuds. So there's not many here, that's all you only need a few. All right, so I'll get rid of these little peels, put that there, and then we're going to grate them. And then after you grate them, you have to squeeze out all the water. All right, so just a coarse grater, okay? And we just grate them along like so. When you have these, you'll never go and get another one in the shop. I tell you what, these are so much better than the bought stuff. And it's not that much effort to do these, really. Just the grating side of things is a bit, but that's about it. Because then all you do is mix everything up after you squeeze the water out. Okay, so we'll put some salt in here. Alright, that helps extract the water. How about that? Where's my bowl? Aha, here's my bowl. So I'm going to mix everything in there. So just give this a good old mix up with the salt. Lots of water in here. All right, so just grab some in your hand, don't get too much if you've got small hands, and just squeeze it out. All the water goes out, as much as you can get out. Otherwise, what will happen is they might fall apart when you cook them, okay? So keep doing that until you get rid of all the water, and then all it basically is just mixing the egg and stuff with it. Now all we need to do, we can add an egg to this. There's one here. Okay. I've got a couple of teaspoons of bicarb. What do you call it again? Baking powder. A little bit of flour in there. A little bit of salt in here. You always got to season. Don't forget to season. Some pepper. Nice cracked pepper. And then, just to give it some nice flavour, I've got some herbs. I've got some lemon thyme, some sage here to go in. So that's out of my garden. There's beautiful sage. So I just give that a quick chop up. I've put the salt, I've put the pepper, I've got the egg, the baking powder, and a little bit of flour in here. Now I'm going to put some finely chopped onion as well, okay? That's just one onion in here. And now I'll get a wooden spoon and give her a mix. So what you can do with this, before you start anything else, you can actually cook these off and just put them on the tray, and then they can go back in the oven before serving. I'll just make little patties out of them. Just like that. All right, just be gentle with them, okay? Just make them like so. You can make them that big like that, or you can, make them a bit bigger if you want to. Doesn't really matter. But I reckon that size there will be good. All right. They look like that they're falling apart, but don't worry, when they cook, they'll crispen up nicely, and they'll just hold all together. What we'll do now, I'll just cook them off, and then I'll come back and we can start doing the other things as well, okay? I'll just show you that in a moment. Okay guys, my little things have cooked here. See that? Aren't they beautiful? And what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to put them on the tray later with the tomatoes just to heat up again, all right? So we'll just leave them here for now, put them on some absorbent paper to get any oil off. So I've cooked them in olive oil. And now what I'm going to do is cook my snags at the same time I'm going to do the mushrooms. So you've got a little bit of timing stuff going on here. Mushrooms are a lot of water, so you need a few mushrooms. And what we're going to do with those is just put a little bit of garlic in there, onion, garlic, and cook them for a while, probably 10 minutes or so, and then add some balsamic in there as well, and that gives it a really nice flavour, I'll tell you what. And then you just cook that out and let that sort of reduce a bit in there. Throw my onions in, like so. Let them cook away a little bit. And at the same time that's doing that, I'm going to throw my little snaggaroos in the frying pan. They'll take, you know, a good 10-15 minutes to cook in there. Okay, so my garlic is here. I'm not going to put that in yet because otherwise it'll burn. And don't forget, just keep stirring your pot, your onions I mean, not the pot, the onions. So you want these to saute nicely in here, and don't add the garlic until they're cooked out a little bit. Then I'll add the mushies. In the meantime, what we're going to do while all that's cooking away over there and sizzling away, we've got our tomatoes and our asparagus here, and don't forget I've got my bacon as well, and I'm running out of room. So what I'll do, I'll move him over here for a sec. All right, we'll put the bacon in the oven first, eh? And this is maple bacon. Yum, yum. This is beautiful. And make sure you get the good maple syrup. Don't get the flavoured rubbish. Make sure it's the 100% Canadian maple syrup, all right? And give it a good old splush. Splush, splush, splush. Look at that. Woo! And you want to be able to turn this later. Turn them over. They'll take a bit to cook in there. All right. And yum, yum. I'll whack him in the oven. And now we've got our beautiful tomatoes, truss tomatoes, okay? And I'm just going to do 2 of these. And then we've got our asparagus as well. So with the tomato, you want to take out the eye. Use a smaller knife, don't do what I'm doing. Okay, just give him out of there. Just like so. And then just make a slice a little bit so it sits flat on both the bum and the top. And then just cut it in half like that and whack him on top. Just like so. Easy peasy. Probably the easiest part of the whole thing, really. And then what we do with that, very simple, a little bit of salt, some pepper, and I've got some beautiful basil out of my garden here, so I'll just give them a little bit of a chop chop, and then we'll just give that a little drizzle of oil, just like olive oil, just like so. That's all you need to do with those. Don't forget, give your little onions a stir up. Oh, they're going good. Now I can put my garlic in there. Okay, now I'm going to throw my mushies in there. There we go. Woo! So that's pretty easy with the tomatoes. Now, got our little asparagus. So if it's in season, you can grab it. Just cut the little bottoms off here. Don't cut too much off. All right, now what you want to do is just peel this little bottom section. Don't waste it. All right, that's all you have to do. Just a little peel, just like that. Okay, and it's still nice and not woody anymore because the peel makes it woody. All right, and we'll just throw that on top there. And all we're going to do with the asparagus is just basically salt, pepper and olive oil. That's it. So everything's going all right over there on the stove. Make sure you check, always check what's going on over there. I'll move that next to the tomatoes. Okay, just like that. And then what I want to do after is I want to put those hash browns on here. Before I go any further, I will put my balsamic in my mushrooms now. So give it a good sploosh of this. Don't be shy at all. Here's my little thingies from before. So I'm going to put them on here. And they can finish off in the oven. So you just got to be a bit prepared with this, all right? And you know, you can cook your things off and just put it on a tray and finish all off in the oven. And I've got some halloumi which I want to fry off as well. Just cut little pieces like so, and we'll fry that off. Yep, I'll do that. That doesn't take long at all to do, the halloumi. So we'll do that towards the end. Got some nice lemon here to squeeze on it later. All right, that's good. We've got action going on. This is the spinach. I'm going to just give a bit of a toss in the pan. And you might say that's a shitload of spinach, but it's not really. You watch, that'll come down to probably maybe that, if you're lucky. I've got a bit of chilli for that. Olive oil, chilli, salt, pepper, that's it. And at the moment I've got my pan heating up for my spinach. I've got my pan there ready for my halloumi. And my mushrooms, I've just got to heat them up. And I've got a pot at the back, and the bacon and everything is in the oven. I'll put the, I actually put the sausages with the bacon on the side so they can get warm and nice and, or not nice and hot rather. Okay, so this pan here is ready to go for my spinach. Spinach is very easy. Just some nice olive oil in there, like so. Throw your spinach straight in there. See what it does? That crackle and pop. I've got a little bit of chilli here as well. Just going to put a little bit of that in there. Not too much. I'll put a little bit of salt as well. Just a little. And some pepper. I've got my pot here for my poached eggies. I'll just turn that on, like so. The halloumi I'm going to put on now as well. So don't forget, my mushrooms are up the back here. They're just reheating up on a slow heat. I'll throw the halloumi in there in a minute. My little pot here is boiling away. Now don't forget to put a little bit of white vinegar in it, okay, when you poach eggs. Not much, just a little bit. And what that does, it helps it coagulate when it starts cooking, instead of going everywhere. So it keeps it all together. So you want that just to simmer, not boil. Righto, let's throw some eggs in. Okay, so that's just need to go up a little bit more. All right, and what you want to do, you want to spin the water. Spin, spin, spin. Little whirlpool. Oops, whoop, there you go, that dropped in really quick. All right, spin from the outside. Just let it turn. So that's going good. My halloumi's cooking well. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. These are going all right here. When you do the halloumi, you just gotta let it just melt away. Well, guys, get yourself into that kitchen and make up something like this. This is just such a beautiful meal, 2 meals rather. Yeah, so get into it. Just if I'm helping you here, guys, do things that are really nice. Hit me up on the smash me like button. Subscribe to the channel so I can make more things like this for you. Try and teach you a thing or two. Until next time, everybody. Take care and happy cooking to everyone.